Assalamualaikum dan selamat tengah hari kepada semuanya. Kembali lagi bersama Like from the Ducks dalam konten reaksi bagi pertandingan e-sport dalam SUKAN Thailand di tahun 2025, yaitu perebutan pingat emas bagi tim squad wanita timnas Malaysia melawan tim Filipina di grand final, guys. Ini perebutan pingat emas nih, guys, di SUKAN Thailand. Jadi ini sudah pusingan ke-6, guys. Sebab tadi menang lagi Filipina, guys. Padahal hampir-hampir mau epic comeback bah sudah Malaysia tuh. Aduh. Kalah dorang. Sial Puerto mengganas pada di akhir game. Gila itu orang. Si Perez dia keluar, dia diganti oleh si Cordova. Jadi sini kita tengok, kita play lah ya. Kita tengok dulu gameplay dorang macam
something Diaga want. Oh, and CC. The CC is there as well.
Okay, so CC Yujong is a little too spelled out.
Kita tengok, guys.
I would say
pusingan ke-6, guys. Harap-harap
maybe
lah
take
Malaysia menang nih kali.
And then
kalau Malaysia kalah lagi di sini, menang sudah Filipina, guys.
Sounds very solid here. Team Philippines really thinking about their
tahu lah
picks
ini
here.
ini pusingan terakhir kah atau ada lagi pusingan
There's always
ketujuh?
that chance. Yeah, there's always that chance.
Sebab satu tim, guys, dia mesti menang 4 kali, guys. 4 pusingan dia mesti menang. Jadi kalau macam Malaysia kalah tewas 4 kali, menang sudah Filipina.
Maybe they don't have to bear down on the Yujongs too much.
Tapi kalau Malaysia dia boleh menang 4 kali pusingan, Filipina tewas 4 pusingan, menanglah Malaysia.
I would go for
sekarang kita tengok hero apa rong
either
Ben
Yuzong or Alice.
Kita tengok
And
Esmeralda
unless
sama
Afrina has something else, you just
Hilda,
gotta pick out the Fredrin, because once the Fredrin is banned,
Ben, guys,
then you're really pushing her to what else does she have. Like, does she herself want something like
pakai 2 tank?
Yeah, she'd be forced to again somehow draft around a
Filipina
lineup or pick up something like a Suyo.
Lancelot sama Hayabusa.
You know, couple times today.
Assassin mesti dorong Ben. Aku dorong kalau si Farisha atau si Afrina pakai fighter assassin, guys.
I appreciate this. I actually
like how Team Malaysia takes fate into
their own hands and says, yeah, you're not going to bully me into picking this. I'll decide now. This is a Yushin draft.
And again, I think this is poetic for her as well.
Queenie dia ambil Kimi, bagus.
Picked up. Because for me, again, as a carry player, you want to say that you play the SEA Games, giving it your all.
Belum ambil tank sama Marksman, belum ada.
Can you really tell yourself that I tried my best?
Fighter dorong ambil 2.
As a carry player, I feel like she would tell the coach, give me something that I can carry. If I can't, then I try my best.
Farisha dia tidak boleh ambil lapu-lapu. Dia ambil sudah oleh si Vivero.
For one of Malaysia's finest, Afrina.
Dia mau pakai fighter. Kalau bukan fighter, assassin.
Again, kudos as well to our
sama
coaches,
satu match satu
for allowing this.
Sama Marksman dorong pakai 2 nih sekarang.
Again, even we can't
Kimi
believe how
sama
CC just went by like that. CC gets taken out by Team Philippines.
I would say Nolan has to get out here.
Guniver pun dorong Ben loh.
The farm from the Yushin Shin is gonna get taken away. In fact, we already have the Farsa Khalid.
Dari pusingan pertama lagi dorong suka Guniver, Farisha, Lancelot dorong
specific
Ben
that can really fight against that. So the Nolan gets
sekarang
banned.
tanknya dorong Ben sudah.
The other thing that maybe you could consider banning here, they banned Hanzo before. I don't know if they want to go that far.
Obvious pun dorong Ben loh.
Would you ban out something that Cordova can use? I mean, to be fair, this Lapu, we really don't know where it's going, but considering all the assassins are taken out, highly likely it's going to be
2-3, guys.
I wish I knew Cordova a little
skornya, guys. Satu poin nih, guys. Kalau menang nih satu pusingan, menang Filipina. Please Malaysia, come on, menangkan pusingan ke-6 nih. Kalau dorong menang pusingan ke-6 nih, guys, dorong lanjut pusingan ke-7 nih. Pusingan terakhir.
I don't know if Hanzo is going to be in the books. Pattern I see is that Hanzo is always
dapatkan pingat emas. Subsquad Malaysia tim lelakinya kalah dorong, guys, lawan Filipina. Jadi dorong dapat pingat perak. Filipina dorong dapat pingat emas lah sudah. Sekarang harapan tinggal tim wanita ya nih.
Use gold laners alongside the Yushin Shin.
The Yuzong gets banned, so they understand a threat that is Lapu can go in the gold lane.
Filipina dia ban Ruby.
Team Philippines, the Fredrin is up if they do want to get that Fredrin, but I believe they will pick up something like a Ranger first. It is something that Cordova has used before, and I think it is a comfortable carry. Other than that, a Harv is up, and in terms of the heroes that can really deal with the Harv, it's not there just yet.
Hanabi pun cantik,
We also do
dorong
not have
pakai
a
Hanabi.
guaranteed XP laner, so maybe Phovius rears his purple head. That's the Alice
Alice.
coming out.
Wow, si
for
Diago
Team
nambah match.
Philippines.
Wih,
That's
dua lah
Diago's
match
pick.
kamu ni. Dua
Again,
match,
easy
dua
ways
fighter,
to
dah
go and
datang.
hunt for that
Ui,
Kimi and that Yisun Shin. How does
siap
Team Malaysia
kedua mesti
respond?
dia ambil marksman.
We're gonna find out who they're bringing out in the EXP and in the gold.
I feel like this is more of a read coming in from Team Philippines. Because I do feel like for Team Malaysia, they wanted
Baru
that Alice.
datang
It's good
orang,
against
guys.
the Farsa especially.
Kalau
And Farisha is mean on that Alice.
Getting
marksman,
multiple
kalah
times amazing
dorang.
engages with the Throne of
Percayalah
Ruin.
kamu, sebab dorang tak datang.
The Arlet is still there.
Mana tahan kalau dua fighter dua
It
match.
might be an Arletable game. Not
Lembut
a lot of
semua,
setup, but Farisha has shown that she
kurang-kurangnya
is
dorang mesti ada tank
self-sufficient.
satu. Macam Malaysia
Other
kan,
than that, I'm
si
not
Alia dia
entirely
tetap tank
sure
tu.
what other EXP leaders are available here. The Uranus is there, but actually it wouldn't
Kalau
be that bad.
Skondova
Not a lot
ambil
of threat
marksman,
from Team
tak datang
Philippines.
dorang mati. Kau si Farisha
Okay,
pakai
oh.
Arnold.
Another debut pick coming up. At
Afrina
least
dia
on this
pakai.
broadcast, we see a Benedetta.
And it's going to be Queen's Benedetta.
Yep.
Benedetta.
This is going to the gold lane, and the
Dua
aforementioned
assassin, dua
Arlet
marksman,
for
satu
Farisha.
tank.
In Philippines, they do not have a jungler
Gila
just yet.
Malaysia.
So it looks like Team Malaysia, they're
Pilipin
basically
lagi
just
ni,
saying
apa
like,
dia ambil?
okay,
Mesti
everyone do
marksman ni,
a lot
Cordovan.
and try to overload a Team Philippines and a Ling.
Assassin.
The link comes through.
Wih, dia ambil link.
A nod
Ui.
to our longtime rival, Al Puerto.
Line up
Looking
macam
out
apa
to the
ini?
crowd, hoping to see Shen's smiling
Kalah
face.
Pilipin
Shen
ni.
of Team
Saya dah
Indonesia
kamu macam
just
guys,
last
kalah
night
Pilipin.
played
Tak
a
datang
Ling
dorang.
to lethal
Dorang ubah
outcome
strategi guys. Dorang pakai
against
dua
Team Myanmar in that
dua
battle
match,
for bronze.
dua fighter, satu assassin.
And now for the battle for gold.
Silap dorang, dorang tak
Alberto's
pakai tank.
looking to
Marksman
secure
pun dorang tak ada guys.
top
Pecah lah
finish
dorang.
with an oldie but a
Kalah
goodie.
tu
The
Pilipin.
Ling
Percayalah kamu macam.
shows up
Kalah
here
dorang.
in game number
Marksman
6.
tak ada. Tank pun
Ladies and
tak
gentlemen,
ada.
right now it is match
Dorang harap
point for
match
Team Philippines. For Team Malaysia, this is potentially
Sebab kalau
their
Malaysia,
final
dia
draft.
jarak
We'll see
jauhnya
whether
sudah
Team
ada dua
Malaysia
orang.
can push us
Baru
all
ada
the
dua
way
assassin.
for us to go all
Baru ada
7 games.
tank lagi,
Welcome to
Jadi
SEA
kalau ada
Games
Syali,
33
dia
here,
boleh
Malaysia
tahan
going up against
serang dorang di
Philippines
depan.
in the gold medal match.
Setakat match
Let's
Parsha
assess
sama
once
anu tu
again where
tak
the
ada kesan.
economy is at for these squads. In the gold
Kalah
lane,
ni. Percayalah kamu guys. Siap.
I think
Kalah
Queenie
ni.
is doing okay.
Boleh
Queenie
ni
isn't
Malaysia,
exactly demanding too
menang.
much of the farm.
Pusing
She can
keenam.
still give over plenty of it to Afrina. Hanis, farm will just find you as a Kimmy anyways. For Team Philippines though, I slightly worry.
Mati.
Oh, hold on. I just made quite a lot of damage on Rivero.
Kau tengok ni
Rivero's
ketawa kan
still
baru
holding
Syali ya.
on to that flicker. Don't
Silap
want to
Pilipin.
use it too early here. Farisha going up
Nah,
against
guys,
the Alice. Has to be a
tengok
little bit
line up
more
yang benar
careful.
boleh
Have to
tahu
just
sila.
absorb those
Menang
minion
Malaysia.
waves and try not to contest so much
Auto win.
because the level 2 of an Alice is actually quite
Kalau
strong.
kamu tak percaya
It's
siapa
fine.
kamu tengok aja.
They are
Menang ni
unable to
Malaysia.
rotate, help out where she's needed. Speaking of which, Team Philippines, I think it's the same. Despite them being very different heroes, a Yisun Shin and a Ling, this
Sudah
is very
lah,
all
dorang
in
tak pakai
on their
tank,
core,
tak
on their
pakai
jungler.
marksman lagi.
Amoros taking a good amount of damage. Quick
Sebab
Sunguard by
dorang punya
Vivero,
tank tadi,
forcing Aliyah
berapa tank
to
tadi tu
possibly
kena
expend her
anu
passive.
dulu
This is
Hilda yang
miserable
kena
for
ban.
Vivero. Can I just say,
Esmeralda
there's
yang
so
kena
many
ban.
ways for that quick Sunguard to get cancelled out.
Siam yang pun kena ban.
But again, the reason the Khalid is here to force aggressions, to possibly jump on the Kimi. I feel like that's the idea for Team Philippines here because they're overloading Anis here.
Oh yeah, I think it's enough of a benefit to make up for that con. Yes, I cannot pick
Anis lagi dia
Sandguard
pakai Kimi,
as
pecah lah.
reliably, but I have just as much dive, just as lethal of an output as a Hilda.
It's kind of like saying all of us are going to jump in. Some might die, but one of us will for sure get the Kimi.
And that's enough for Team Philippines. Team Malaysia, aggressive rotations themselves, visiting that bottom lane, the EXP lane. That's where the turtle will spawn about 2 seconds from now.
Yep. So right now, Anis as well as Aliyah. Looks like Anis will be getting that level 4 before they really contest
guys,
for
kita
this
fokus
turtle.
dulu tengok main
But considering that this is a
Dengan
Yisun
masih
Shin
awal.
going up against a Ling, I'm
Belum
not
ada yang
entirely sure
first blood
who
lagi.
really wants to contest for that turtle first because they're
Semua
really
masih
farm
mau farming
independent.
semua ni.
So,
Mula
hold on,
sudah.
but Ezra Hughes, Aliyah in
Aliyah.
trouble. Farisha is there, they're trying to help out. Final splash gets onto 2. Farisha is on a solo mission, has to
Farisha
use the
sikit
flicker
lagi,
to
dia tu.
get herself
Hampir
out of the
first
way.
blood dia.
All right, here's your answer. I think Team Philippines
Sudah,
just wanted to
Cordova.
delay. Team Philippines
Sudah.
wanted to catch as many from Team Malaysia off guard. And between the Yushin and the Ling just has an
Alah,
easier time
diambil
securing
satu
Tempest of
turn ni,
Blade
guys.
plus Retribution. Combo that's
Uy,
hard to counter,
Farisha.
but Farisha
Gila,
finds
dia
the
curi
angle.
betul.
Down goes
Gila,
Aliyah,
Farisha.
down goes Diagon. Cordova as well,
Hebat.
3 for 2 the current trade. Afrina gets found out to
Mati.
Team Philippines. Wow, in the blink of an
kan,
eye,
apa aku
they
bilang,
might not
guys?
have expected Malaysia to
Apa
respond
aku
that
bilang
way.
tadi,
Yeah,
guys?
4 out of
Auto win
5
kan?
got taken down.
Yes,
Farisha with the
Farisha sudah
double,
ada
and
double
more
kill. Dia curi
impressively
total lagi.
with an Arlet securing that
Gila
turtle.
Arlotnya.
Even I was lost for words.
Mati
1,800
Sisi,
goal
Tim
lead
Pilipin.
for Team
Dorang
Malaysia
tak datang.
here.
Maximin pun
I'm
tak
just
ada.
guessing a
Tak ada
lot of
backup,
burst
Pak.
damage from Aliyah, Frina, and
Dorang
Hana
yang
just
OP sekarang ni Farisha dorang
coincidentally hit
je.
all together.
This young lady, Farisha, seems to have been born to play Arlet.
Gila, mati
I-
lah kamu. Huh.
Cannot remember a more dominant Arlet player out of the female MLBB
Aduh,
realm. Vivero
Queenie
here
tu.
compromises Queenie.
Eh,
Queenie
dia
able to
orang
get on
in
out of
charge
there.
Queenie tu.
Afrina building herself a hunter strike. I wonder what the farm is like for Puerto. Both of these junglers actually suffered a loss early on.
Yep. Something that we
Awal-awal,
can say is that
Alberto
we've
susah dah
seen
mau
a
naik
Ling build
ni
before,
kali.
and it's basically going for that crit build with the Hosclaw, the Berserker's Fury, and maybe an endless battle.
Battle,
But usually that is the current build for a Ling, which
BOD.
Cordova aku rasa
I
ndak
would
ngam dia
say
pakai
the price
lapu-lapu.
isn't that expensive, but the endless as well as the BOD is definitely expensive.
That's your luxury items.
Yep. The turtle will spawn up top, so it's between Cordova as well as Queenie. Whoever does win out there lane just a little bit more
Kita tengok,
will
guys, si
provide their
Alpuerto, dia
team with
boleh
a little
carry
bit
ke
more
timnya ni.
space. And I feel like for Team Philippines, even though they have a big
Alpuerto
turn
ni
of
dia boleh
ruin to
carry, kalau dia
engage
boleh
onto
cepat kasi
Malaysia,
naik,
they do
dia
have to be
cepat
careful
farming
because
kan
it
dia
looks
boleh
like
carry timnya.
some kind of wombo
Dan si
combo
Alpuerto dia pakai
between
Ling.
Anis Ali and Afrina, and Farisha just deals way too much damage.
That's what made that initial turtle
Tapi kalau si
initiation so much
Alpuerto
more
dia lambat
impressive. Is the fact
farming,
that
dia
on paper it should make no sense. On
lambat
paper,
lagi naik level
sure
nya.
you can get a tech
Susah dia
edge,
mau
tech
carry
charge,
timnya ni.
sure you can get a final slash, but none of those things combo with each other directly.
Yeah.
Especially with the kit that Malaysia's cores have.
Yes, and also kind of nice. That makes it not honest.
Yeah, it could come out of
Terus
nowhere.
Farisha
Yeah.
cepat dia farming.
So now Alberto
Level
does
8
have
sudah
that Berserker Fury. So no sustain, opting for not going for the Hosclaw first, probably the second item. Team Malaysia might just try to delay here because it does look like Afrina
Sudah,
just wants to
Yusan
get some
Sin pun
farm.
level
All the
8
while, Queenie is pushing down bottom. So Team Malaysia, the communication here is just to stall them out and let Queenie as well as Afrina absorb the farm.
This delay is benefiting Team Malaysia. The slower the game goes, the less
yang
Team Philippines can make
Alpuerto.
calls.
Dia je
The
yang
better it
ikut
is
farming
for
sekarang
that
ni.
Yusen Shin, for Afrina, to approach a point of inevitability. Yes, the Ling is very strong when it scales. Yes, it can find you in the back line, but it's so ult reliant. It's so
Tapi
energy
kalau lambat
reliant.
si Alpuerto tu lambat
Talk
dia
to me in
farming.
about 22 minutes. People are more afraid of the
Dia
Yusen
tu
Shin.
harapan dorang sekarang ni.
And I feel like one of the answers for this Ling is going to be
Wait,
Farisha on this
kenapa
Arlet.
sudah
And Arlet is
Alpuerto
pretty
tu
nasty
awal-awal
going up
macam mau
against
tewas
any
sudah
kind
dia
of
tu.
assassin because the chase is going to be endless.
Hampir
Afrina
tewas dia oleh Queenie, guys.
Sees everyone, so she's going to
Sudah
get the
si Afrina.
turtle, no problem here. Team
Betul
Malaysia
sudah dia,
now
guys.
with about 3,000. And Queenie here also pretty much undisturbed in farm.
Apa
We
kau
haven't
Vero?
seen this on
Tak ada guna
broadcast just
kahit
yet.
mo
We
tu.
know that the Benedetta is there. And hold on, in one hard engage
Kan mati
onto Cordova.
Cordova.
Gets taken down.
Cordova nak
Diagon
fighter.
goes
Dia
in,
cantik
but
pakai marksman, ba?
even using the flicker, but no one is there to
Dia
really
tadi dia
follow
pakai
up
marksman
with that
Kimi tu.
amazing engage.
Sakit.
Okay, here comes
Tengok
Amores.
sekarang dia pakai lap-lap.
And
Macam
she
tak ada
gets hit
pumpkin.
with a final slash. This play's cancelled. That feather air strike. No responses coming in from their jungler just yet. A little too busy with Queenie in mid. Afrina with that
Sudah.
retribution,
Pecah satu
helping
red.
push in that tier 1 up top.
Yeah, Malaysia will be happy getting that
Queenie,
turret for themselves.
Dia di bawah
4,000
terus
gold
dia
here.
kasi jalan minionnya dia.
Alpuerto gets fined by Farisha. Farisha again having an amazing game on this Arlet. Flickers
Eh,
away.
Cordova dia
And
pergi
looks
bawah.
like using the Vengeance
Dia
to go
lawan
in
si
and
Queenie
out. Team Philippines is having a hard time dealing with Farisha on this Arlet.
Team Philippines,
Gila
it seems
Arlot
like the story
Farisha
of this
tu.
game is as long as Alpuerto cannot land,
Sekarang yang
this
carry
plane
tim
ain't
Malaysia
going
ni kan
nowhere. While
si
Afrina
Farisha sama
taking
si
the
Afrina.
time and now finding a
kalau
position of
Queenie dia
power
boleh
so
bertahan
easy for her to
sendiri.
farm up. Aliyah able to dodge through that feathered air strike. Team
boleh.
Philippines,
Nggak
they're
boleh dorong
struggling.
serang.
Yeah, Team Malaysia looks like they're
sebab
drafting in
kalau
a
dorong
way that
serang,
they are playing
mesti si
4-1
Alia
and
tu yang
sometimes can be a
bertahan. Dia yang korbankan diri
3-1-1
dari
where
depan.
either Afrina is going to be there to provide the damage
Jadi dorong
or
punya
give
marksman
time for Afrina to
Team
farm.
Malaysia kan di
All
belakang
the while,
terus.
Queenie doesn't mind going 0-0-0.
Apalagi kalau
She's just there
Kimi
to
si
really
Anis
give
tu, ui,
map
sedapnya dia
presence,
menembak
making it so
dari
that
belakang tu.
asking a question to Team Philippines, do you want to deal with them or do you want to deal
Ada
with me?
Cak Lia.
Either ways, it will never be a
Awak lagi.
5v5.
Tengok guys,
Alia
macam
gets
geli-geli
bullied
ya
out of this
bah.
brush here.
Grok tu.
Vivero,
Tak ada kesan.
initially what we thought was a proactive pick,
Apa je bah
is
serangan
now
kamu ni
relegated to
bilangnya.
just
Geli-geli je.
acting as a ward, defensively flushing out brushes, making sure that the coast is clear for Alpuerto.
Macam nak
Lord
berkuti je
spawns,
Filipin ni guys kalau
difficult.
kita tengok ni.
For Team Philippines, it's possible, but you think Alpuerto should try and steal this away? She can with the Tempest of Blades.
Definitely can. So I feel like for
Philippine
Team
kalau
Malaysia, they
dorang
might not risk
strategi
this.
dorang
They
pakai
might try
dua
to go
tank,
for some
baru
kills,
aku risau sudah.
considering
Tapi kalau
that they do have
line up-nya
Afrina
begini,
here. But, oh wait, Afrina does get a BOD, so I think she
Wow.
does have that damage. And now they force out Diagon, but the engage is actually
my
from Team
God,
Philippines.
Afrina.
Gets Afrina! Alpuerto still survives.
Mati,
Might have
Alia.
been a big
Oosh.
mistake by Team
Manis pun
Malaysia. 3 members have
Gila.
taken down. Queenie able to get one, and now it's all on to Farisha as well as Queenie. Queenie gets a double,
bodohnya.
and
Kenapa
Afrina
dia kejar,
there tries to
kenapa
fight
dia
against
kejar Queenie
Cordova.
tu?
Queenie has been silent all game long, and now makes the hero play. Cordova has to try to get away.
Mati lah
Farisha
Cordova.
as well as
Bodoh.
Queenie now getting a
Silap
killing
tadi
spree.
dia,
3
dikejarnya
kills for
Queenie
Queenie,
tu.
saving it, making sure that
Fikir
Team
dia lembut
Philippines
ke?
cannot get the
Dia
Lord.
ajak farming
Team
terus dari tadi.
Philippines may have overextended, taken too much time
Ui,
relishing in
Alpuerto tu
the
push
short
turret sudah
victory
di
that they
bawah tu.
got there. Shocking Team Malaysia
Killing
into
ni masih
submission,
farming lagi dia.
delaying that Lord take, which was
Nggak ditengoknya
almost
sudah
surely
timnya.
going over to Afrina. Queenie, from being the hunted to the hunter,
pula
she used to just
yang
use that sword and then to run
silapnya
away.
Malaysia. Malaysia
Eye
kan
for an
kalau
eye.
sudah
All of Team
diincar
Philippines
marksman-nya,
is crowd control, but
huru-hara
in that
sudah
moment,
gameplay
she
Team
was
Malaysia.
her. Sitting at
Sebab tak ada backup kan.
3-0-0, forcing Cordova to respond to that
Pandai
split
dorong
push down
Filipin ni, dorong
bottom.
incar
Team Philippines, they
si
have to
Hanis
work
tadi.
for that moment again. They have to orchestrate a situation
Si Hanis
like that
sama si
where if they
Afrina
shock
dorong incar.
Afrina into a quick death
Sebab kalau
and
mati
then
marksman
try to
tak ada
split
backup.
up all these threats coming from all different directions.
Right now, the Lord has been started by Team Malaysia, and looks like Queenie does have a bit of damage. She does have at least an endless battle. 10
Dia
minutes into
pakai
this
spell
game.
purification bahkan si
Team
Queenie tu.
Philippines, they have been farming out quite well. Farisha has to be careful. Better S-Strike used. Farisha wants to go back in. They're looking for a target. Afrina
Mati
finds
Diagon
onto
ni.
Diagon. Afrina
kau.
able to
Mati
dodge the
kau
stun.
kan.
Gets a kill onto
ada guna
Diagon.
Elismu tu.
And now without the better S-Strike, looks like Team Malaysia will attempt the Lord here. They still have to be careful though. Alpuerto, level 13.
Oh, dorong sekarang mau bunuh lot.
Oh, looks like they're going to engage here. Looks like they got Vivero and then flicker forward. Farisha tries to
Sikit
get
lagi
onto
Vivero
Vivero.
tu.
Vivero still able to get away. Amores taking quite a bit of damage, but all the while, Alpuerto tries to go for a 1v1.
Mati
Queenie gets Amores.
Alah,
Afrina
mati.
gets taken down by Alpuerto.
Tengok kan dorong
Using
anti
this
si
link
Alpuerto,
just to
dia anti
execute onto
marksman dorong
Afrina.
tu.
And just like that, with Afrina off the
Queenie.
map, no retribution, Team Philippines delay the inevitable once again. Stop Team Malaysia from securing
Nasib si Hanis.
a Lord.
Pandai dia
Oh,
jaga
but
jarak.
100% for them. The fact that there's a Ling in their midst makes
Kalau
them think
mati
twice.
Yusan
Team
Sin sama
Philippines
Kimi
threading
tu,
the needle.
habis dah
They
Team
are
Malaysia ni.
literally living on the edge.
Itulah si
They force
mesti
out
jaga
Diagon
jarak
just to
marksman-nya.
move away.
Jangan
Team
terlampau di
Malaysia
depan.
is going to try to steal away this purple. Looks like Alpuerto still able to secure it. Diagon taking quite a bit of damage. So Team Malaysia and Team Philippines both are trying to essentially delay the game.
Dah bagus, masih aman.
And again, it kind
Kill
of favors
sama duit
both of
dorang
them.
Team
At
Malaysia
one
masih
point,
di
it
atas,
will
guys.
just be a skill matchup.
An anime fight, if you will.
Oh, ya,
Team
Alpuerto
Malaysia
tu level 14
back
sudah dia.
to regular programming. About 2 minutes ago, they wanted this Lord. Now they're going to try to get it again. Afrina
Farisha lambat
underneath the pit.
farming pula
Alpuerto,
unlocknya.
about 5
Baru
seconds
level
until
12
retribution
poin,
is off. Mountain Shocker coming
Aduh,
in.
aduh.
Alpuerto comes through.
Oh,
Alia with the
Alia.
Lord secure. Amores with a better
Alia,
air strike.
Alia.
Down
Hampir
goes
nak curi
Vivero.
lotnya.
Afrina gets taken down by
Alia
Alpuerto.
laju.
Diagon down. Farisha gets a kill.
Bunuh
Alpuerto running
Alpuerto
for her
tu.
life. Amores gets found by
pengajar
Farisha. 3 down for
Alpuerto
Team
tu, sempat dia lari.
Philippines. Might not have been
Wih,
worth
hampir
it to
kena
risk
curi
it like
olotnya.
that.
Yeah, Farisha, I gotta say,
Close.
okay, close. She thought no one was there, but yeah.
Hampir.
Farisha is on a solo mission here,
Serentak dong
5-0-6.
jumping masuk tadi
She's
tu.
saying, I'm going to dive the back, same as Queenie. Afrina completely, always targeted by Alpuerto. Alpuerto so
Itu
far
siapa
is
dari
winning it out,
incar
but
terus dia oleh si
this is the
Alpuerto.
advantage
Kesian,
when you're playing a lineup that has multiple threats.
So
One gets
memang
taken down, the
kalau
rest pick it back up.
assassin kalau dia
Is it
sudah
just me or,
kuat dia farming,
It's Team Malaysia
dia
spreading out the
incar
objective
mesti
takes.
marksman
The
duluan
first
tuh.
turtle, Marisha.
Yes.
So marksman
First
backup
Lord,
kan di belakang.
Aliyah. This is
So
Team
marksman kalau mati
Philippines
tak ada suruh
struggling
backup tank.
to maintain tempo.
Ito
To
ya, mau
get
dibunuh dari si
composure.
Queenie.
Alpuerto looking to shut down
Uy,
Queenie.
sakitnya,
Aliyah
linknya
to the
tuh.
rescue. Tempest the Blades. I think she's all out of
shut down
eyes
to
for an
Queenie.
eye. And Aliyah does stop the
Vivero,
damage, but
Vivero
Alpuerto had to
mati.
sacrifice her tier 2.
Yep.
Kali
Team
pun
Philippines,
macam
Vivero
yang nggak
gets taken
seberapa
down.
anu dah.
And
Si
again,
Vivero.
like
Macam
as of right now,
seberapa pandai dah
Alpuerto
apa kayak
also
Khalid.
kind of like a solo mission. Same with Farisha, finding
Macam Khalid
anyone
kan
that's
dibikin
isolated,
orang
trying to get a
macam tank.
kill. And
Macam
Queenie,
dia yang berkorban
I feel
di
like she
depan,
thought she
padahal
could
Khalid dia
outplay
bukan
that. But
keras.
again, we haven't
Lembut
seen a
badan.
Ling for a while, but we still have to remember Ling is pretty strong in a 1v1. Only certain matchups can really win against that one.
Aduh.
But in the team fight, as soon as you see the Tempest the Blades is out, might as well
Sekarang nih
count her
Alpuerto
done.
nih yang carry tim
Aliyah
Philippines
here.
sekarang nih kalau aku tengok.
Compromising that orange buff take will be secured. Diagon,
Harapan dong si
ever the
Alpuerto ya.
vanguard, pushing back. I'm not so sure she knows that Hanis is in this
Oh,
brush.
kalau dong epic comeback Pilipin, habis
5,000 gold between
dalam
Team
bahaya
Malaysia and Team
Malaysia.
Philippines. The Lord, not enough to take that inhibitor. Team Malaysia gonna look for that next play. And here's Aliyah popping that conceal. Alpuerto in that brush, dashes on out. That is the tech charge still
Okay,
hold
okay.
L4. Rampaging Sandstorm, just a scrum.
Yeah. Forced out a few things, but looks like Aliyah did not find an angle for a good tech charge. And even if she
Aduh,
does,
Alpuerto lari terus
everyone
pada.
was kind of far away and a bit spread out that the follow-up was not going to be fast enough. The turtle
Syabas
is going to come up here.
sendirinya.
And I feel like it's kind of weird, but for both teams,
Queenie,
they really
betapos
don't have an
semua.
advantage because even though Malaysia, yes, has secured, but it's off of Aliyah and off of Farisha. Both junglers
Yeah,
are
Frina,
having
ano sudah
quite
dah?
a bit of trouble with
sudah
both
dah, level
picks
15
here
sudah.
to really secure that Lord. So I feel like for both teams, if at all possible, they don't want to go for a 50-50. They want to make sure that it's well secured. Go for the team fight first.
True conversion. Afrina securing herself a malefic
Si
roar.
Hanis belum,
So the already easy
baru
job of
level
taking
14.
down Diagon, Vivero, and Cordova will be
Jaga
even made
Afrina sama
faster.
Hanis.
Diagon looking for an engage,
Aku
has
takut
all
dua
the tools
diincar nih.
to get a huge.
Kalau dorong dua
Combo
mati,
wombo.
ya, huru hara
And
Malaysia
this
nih.
is difficult. Queenie is forcing Alpuerto to respond. Alpuerto has to jet it over to this Lord Pit if she wants to partake.
I feel like for Afrina, one item that we got to look out for is going to be that Wind of Nature, because I feel like the Wind of Nature might be the only item that can really save her against Alpuerto.
bet aku menengok
Use
ini.
that. Oh, hold
Okay,
on.
come on,
The
come
Lord
on,
is dangerously
jangan
low.
kena curi Lotto,
Alpuerto, she
Lotto.
might get
Lotto.
come there. Oh, Diagon didn't hit
Aduh,
onto that.
aduh,
Hanis
Alpuerto,
might
dia-
have got
dia
taken.
bunuh
Diagon
Hanis
gets
sudah
taken
tu.
down by
Dia bunuh
Afrina.
Lot.
All the while, Alpuerto is on the Lord.
Aduh.
Team Philippines focus on the Lord, but Team Malaysia, they want to go for the fight.
Dia
Some of
anu
the
pada orang,
use.
diusir dorang
It looks
oleh
like Team
teammate-nya
Philippines
yang lain.
disengaged.
Jadi, si
Team
Alpuerto
Malaysia,
udah fokus Lot sudah dia
Queenie
bunuh.
tries to get onto Cordova, gets away with the bravest fighter, but looks like someone got
Mati,
caught,
Amores.
and that one was Amores. And
Ada
Team Malaysia
function
should be
sudah
able to deal with the
Parsa
Lord
ya.
here.
On paper, Lafel, I'm going to ask you. One for the Lord, worth it, but two for the Lord. That's basically
Kaya
what
shielding
Team
dia push
Philippines paid
turret di
to be
tengah.
able to secure this major objective.
I would say not worth it because, again, we're going up on 60 minutes here. At
Saan
20,
di link nih?
those
Hit
kills
and
are going to
run
be much
kerjanya nih.
more crucial.
Bunuh dia tuh.
Alpuerto.
Come on.
By
Oh!
Farisha.
Asam.
Alpuerto still gets the
Asik, asik
purple
dia lari.
despite her retribution is a bit early.
Folks, the reason why this is such a tense moment, especially that one, was if a link does not have its purple,
Rupanya turret Malaysia,
it
tim
is
Malaysia
literally
turret tengahnya belum
as
pecah ya.
efficient. She is so
Dipertahan terus
purple
loh.
reliant
Dia punya
that if
lane
some way
tengah
somehow
ya.
Farisha took that away, basically Team Philippines will refuse to fight.
She's so purple reliant. That's her choice of color for clothes.
Macam aku tengok kacau
And hair.
sudah tim yang Filipin nih. Seb, dia
Thank you,
punya
'cause
lot pun
I'm
mati.
colorblind. I honestly don't know if it's purple.
Belum lagi
I
keluar
just
dari
assume.
base mati
It's okay,
sudah
today's
lot.
Wednesday, just so you know.
All right. Well, Team Philippines, they're trying to set up for Queenie here. I wonder if Queenie knows. She does know Alpuerto is there. So Alpuerto is trying to force it out.
Oh no,
Amores
Farisha.
has to get away, is not confident. to get that one. Vivero try to go in. Fed airstrike already used. A lot has been used. Farisha has to get away. Probably cannot. Might get taken down. Still surviving. Shut down. Amores gets onto that. Shut down. Afrina gets Al Puerto. And Team Malaysia, they're moving forward. They're trying to get a kill. Queenie has to use that immortality. Hanis gets caught by Cordova. Has to use that winter crown. Vivero all the way to the back. Queenie secures that kill. Team Malaysia only one got taken down, and they're not done just yet. Better Ezra used by Amores. Aliyah cancels that out.
Cordova on the job here, looking for more. Aliyah very low. Amores might help secure, popping that immortality. Clutch purchase. In comes Diagon. Cordova taking a few hits. Diagon not enough, gets the burn. Amores takes down Hanis. Long-term trade, 2 for 2.
Malaysia overstayed their welcome in that drawn-out fight. Diagon arrived just in time to provide some help. And that was enough for Team Philippines. Again, we got to remind ourselves, this is match point for Team Philippines. Malaysia has no extra lives yet. They have to win if they want to get that gold medal. Because if not, Team Philippines, they're going to get it. And this is 18 minutes of the game. This is the point where anything can happen. Leads really don't matter. Whoever makes the first mistake loses.
Turret di tengah tu guys. Da hancur. Dipertahan habis-habisan ba?
Able to withstand whatever Team Philippines will throw at
Padahal
them.
Philippines tengoklah turretnya. Tinggal yang di base.
Initiated by Team Philippines.
Ada orang mau bunuh lot
Alberto
lagi.
fully buffed up. Has the Tempest blades.
Boleh ke orang
Mount
curi lot ni?
exposes all the members of Team Philippines.
Oh,
Diagon catches a good amount of damage.
Gila,
Down
Anis.
she goes. Failure to expect the answer. Vivero very low.
Vivero tu.
Asking for the retreat.
Pokoknya
Cordova
bunuh
misses.
Cordova
That
tu.
bravest fighter. And
Mati.
Amores gets taken down just like that. Team Philippines in shambles.
That was a big mistake coming in from Team Philippines. They
That was
basically
putih.
dashed into the traction poles, both
Itulah, silap
caught,
kamu,
both
tak
in,
pakai tank.
and then the big wombo
Tengok apa
combo
jadi.
from Team Malaysia. And
Malaysia
now Team
bagus,
Malaysia,
dia
they
ada
are controlling
Aliyah.
this Lord.
Ada Grok.
Al Puerto
Ada
might
orang
try to
sudah dapat
contest. Looks like it's going to be too late here. Team Malaysia
Mati
secures
dah
the
kamu,
Lord.
Kali
The
dah
Philippines
kamu.
have to accept the fact that all they're going to do is defend
Kali dah kamu.
inside their base with their inhibitors. Lord spawning at 1945. The lead is the biggest it's ever been all game long.
Menang sudah Malaysia ni guys.
7,500 gold.
Boleh sudah ni.
Fortunately, Team Philippines has a Farsa.
Ada
So the
harapan, ada
clapback
harapan.
could be lethal. If Team Malaysia doesn't play this right, they could be wiped out. But that's far from the truth of
Tapi
if
jaga,
you're watching this game, you'll see how clean they play.
Syabas
You'll know
sama
how
si
well they
Afrina
protect
tu mesti orang mau jaga-jaga
and
tu.
how Farisha is still just an unstoppable monster on this Arlet.
Sebab kalau harap si Farisha sama
It's
si
possible considering the fact that we did
sama
see
si
Diagon
Queenie,
and
tak boleh juga.
Vivero go
Mesti
for
mau
an
ada backup
engage,
di
but get
belakang.
caught by that traction pole. So
Kata
Team
si
Malaysia,
Queenie
the
dia
same
incar si
way,
Al Puerto
might
sudah tu.
actually jump in and then
Ada.
get caught by, hold on.
Ay,
Queenie
sakitnya
1v1
linknya.
against Al Puerto, able to get out of there. They got to be careful where if Diagon gets a 5-woman Throne of Ruin, that could be over for Team Malaysia.
Aliyah investing a little bit more in physical defense. Antikiras
Kaya si
should
Ling,
slow
dia
down
push
Al
turret di
Puerto's
tengah guys.
burst. Third air strike coming in. Amores taking care of the
Uy,
waves.
pecah so turretnya.
The
Tengah tu,
turret
tengah
will
lagi.
fall. And Cordova coming
Sudah
in with
si
the
Ling
bravest
dari
fighter.
belakang. Jaga.
Oh, Hanis.
Jaga Isan
much of an
si Ling tu.
Hanis
Low roll.
Oh.
Hanis is all alone there. It was a good thing that Al Puerto
Aku
did
takut dia
not
incar
find
marksman
her.
dorang.
Could have been taken down. The Kimi is necessary for Team Malaysia to potentially
Oh,
end the
pecah lagi
game.
turret di atas. Bagus.
And Team Malaysia, they're taking this very carefully. They understand the threat
Dorang
of
pandai
an
kan,
engage
dorang
from
pecah satu-satu
Diagon and a
turretnya.
Vivero. They're not gonna give the opportunity for Team Philippines to take a fight against them.
Aliyah is so good at checking range and at ensuring that these key pieces for the combo to go off aren't in range and aren't in the vicinity.
Okay, si Anis tu.
That's why this works.
Pandai
That's
dia,
why
betawi
Diagon and
semua
Vivero
dia.
have died so much is because I think Aliyah is making the right calls. And of course, Farisha is so good at punishing.
Ada kan? Di
Almost
belakang-belakang
10,000
tu.
gold
Jaga
between
Al
these
Puerto
two.
tu.
And finally, the purple gets taken away from Al Puerto. This is the position Malaysia wants to be in. They want to starve that Ling.
Queenie masih lagi di semak.
Aliyah as the shot caller. This time, clearly locked in 0, 2, and 16. Has to make all the right calls.
Wala-wala
This
sama
one
Ling
bad
lagi
call
di
can
situ.
be the end game here. The Lord will spawn in 5 seconds. Queenie might go
Apa
for
ditunggu
the
oleh
other
Queenie
wing.
di semak tu?
Gotta be careful. Aliyah providing as much vision as she can so that Queenie can make a
Spawn
good
lagi
decision whether
lot.
she should stay or not. Looks like El Puerto is onto her. Alberto doing quite a lot of damage, going all in onto Queenie. Queenie tries to escape,
Jaga.
but look at the Lord. The Lord is being contested here.
Aduh, Lord.
Dodging the Iago,
Jangan,
and Frina
nanti
is
dong cari.
there. Cordova jumps in,
Frina.
and now traction
Ya,
pulse
Frina
gets
diincar,
off the
guys.
Iago, and Frina is dodging
Ya, Frina
everything.
diincar.
All the while, Team Malaysia, they're kiting it out. Look at the Lord. The Lord gets secured by Alberto. But Alberto gets taken down, and Frina gets the kill.
Kurang asam,
Team
betul,
Philippines
Pak.
has to disengage with the Lord. They should try to defend this
Sialnya
one.
linknya
Team
tuh.
Philippines making themselves scarce. Delta split throughout the map. Vivero falls.
Dicuri balotnya.
And left to defend is Diagon, Amores, and
Kurang asam
Cordova.
Puerto tuh.
Diagon almost got her exit
Dah,
closed
Pak.
off by
Pecah terus.
Afrina. This
Dah
might
boleh
be
nih.
too
Mesti
much.
dong
There
push
might be
base
too much
tuh.
minions to
Push
defend.
base-nya. Push
There's the
base-nya.
blazing duet. Ramsey. Alecto.
Bagus.
Because so far, in
Tarik nafas. Oke guys, kita terus
very strong.
match
Uranus is
terakhir guys.
a hero like
Menang sudah guys.
Granger, Harif.
Akhirnya guys, menang sudah
Actually,
Malaysia
you know
guys.
what?
Tim
Maybe it would
pusingan
just
keenam
give her the
sekarang.
Benedetta again.
Pusingan
Because the
ketujuh guys,
Benedetta, it was
pusingan terakhir.
full build
Skor
in
dorang
terms of
sama sudah guys,
damage.
3 sama.
Maybe it's just about, you know what, this is your best hero. Let's just try it out.
Nervous
I
bet.
can see that. Her Benedetta was such a
Penentuan
menace
guys.
that needed to be
Pusingan
addressed
penentuan.
in game number 6.
Perebutan pingat emas Sukan
The
C.
Philippines was literally sending
Esport.
their core,
Let's
the
go,
only
Team
hero that could
Malaysia.
find her and catch her reliably. The Ling.
Oke.
All right, the draft resumes.
Oke, seperti biasa.
Bans first.
Tim Malaysia, The
Team
Band,
Malaysia
Esmeralda,
taking out
Hilda
a hero.
sama Baxia.
They can
3
attack the
tank.
gold lane because they'll be first
3
dibs.
tank terus di
I gotta say,
band.
Philippines
Bagus.
will ban that Arlet. They might
Wih,
even
Sansin
ban
di band dorang
the
sudah guys.
Alice. So what's next that Farisha is
Hayabusa
going to use?
pun
The lap
di-ban.
will be open, but again, her best hero so far is that Arlet.
They might even have to pivot and
Sansin di
give
band sudah guys.
give the CC to Farisha.
Yeah, maybe.
Takut
It's right
dorang.
there.
Yeah, maybe.
Si Afrina. Ha.
So what is going to
Sekarang
be
si
the
Anis
bad
dia
here
ambil
for
Kimi. Squeenie ambil Cici.
Team Malaysia? Because
Alia
in
dia
terms of the
ambil
roam,
Povius.
the Gatot as well as the Grok is still open,
Alpuerto
and they
ambil
understand
Lancelot.
the comforts of Cordova
Amores dia ambil
batting out that Granger.
Diagon dia ambil Uranus.
The next ban for Team Philippines, I'm looking at the EXP.
Granger
Because
di
Farisha
band.
is having an MVP
Wow.
performance here in the gold medal match.
Sebab Cordova
She
tu
deserves
bahaya tu
the ban.
marksman-nya tu. Kimi. Oh, Kimi sudah
Granger
menurut
taken
Anis.
out.
Dapat.
Team Malaysia
Masih
looking
aman.
over at Team Philippines, saying,
Malaysia,
we know
pateng
Cordova
yang nak
likes marksmen. Let's take that out of the picture.
Tank sama match.
We're
Malaysia
expecting
ni
this
belum
to
ada.
be Yu Zhong and an Arlet. Instead, they're taking out roam options. Aliyah, not going to be able to use the high loss in this
Ui,
one.
Hylos,
Gatot
Rombet.
is still there
Wow.
too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Out of
Kan
Grok,
sama
out
si
of
Alia
Gatot
kali
and
ni.
Grok, I thought
Sebab
either would be
Tim
banned
Malaysia
here,
belum
but
ada tank
I
lagi
can
ni guys.
see the idea of a revitalized hero like the high loss alongside
Ui,
with the Fredrin
Xbox.
will be too
Xbox pun
much
di-ban.
for Team Philippines to really stop.
Takut
The
betul
export
Malaysia
gets
sama
taken out.
Cordova.
So what is going to be the final ban here for Team Philippines? And also Team Malaysia,
Filipina apa
they
dia mau
can
ban?
actually go for that Harif. Export is not there, Granger is not there, Esmeralda is not there.
No room for a Phobius.
And even if just not enough damage, you just have to rely on Eve as your long-range damage dealer.
Si Eve
And we
macam
already know
match
what
pada.
Team Philippines
Match ke assassin
looks
ya?
like when
Eve
there's only
macam match.
one solid source of damage. Just too
Siapa assassinnya
fragile of a
ada
lineup.
Lancelot sudah.
One more ban.
Ui,
They
Gatot
don't
kaca.
split any
Di ban
hairs
hero
here.
si Alia.
They're going all in on taking Aliyah
Siapa
out of
si
the
Alia
picture,
boleh
taking
ambil
out that Gatot Kacha.
And again, it really
Yeah,
is
big
just to make sure that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
revitalized hero is not there. So Team
Di
Malaysia,
ban
they
by
have an
hero
option here.
adanya, Gatot
Harith
kacanya.
or Arlet. Both are amazing picks. Both does
Farisha,
do a lot of
nah kan
damage.
dia ambil Grok.
But instead they go for the Grok first, not giving it over to Team Philippines.
Grok pun okey
And not
bagus
letting
Alia.
Team Philippines know exactly where the CC is going.
Farisha
So
ni
they
tak tahu
keep
dia
that a
mau pakai
secret
hero apa dia ni.
up until Team Philippines makes their bed and lays in it, finishing the draft. Pick 4 and 5. Team Philippines need a gold laner and a roamer. Vivero's been committed to playing that Khalid
Yep.
throughout the series, so maybe another Khalid.
Boxy and Hilda is no longer there. Same as Gatot and the high
Yeah.
loss.
Filipin dia nak boleh tambah tank lagi
The
satu.
Ruby is
So,
up, but
Esmeralda
Ruby
dah ada.
does not
Bila
want
dah
to face
budak dah,
up against the
Baxia
draft
punya
like Team
dah
Malaysia,
ambil
so they go for the Khalid as
Harith
well
sama
as the
Khalid, dia
Harith. So it looks like
Satu
both
je marksman
teams
dia orang.
are able to get their comforts here.
Satu
They got the
fighter,
draft
satu
that they
assassin,
roughly
satu match,
want.
satu tank.
Will Farisha use
Farisha ni tak tahu dia
an
mau ambil
Arlet in
apa.
their final game here? Although I do have to say, the Arlet is only really good against the Lancelot.
Lapu-lapu lah.
Everything else, a bit
Lapu-lapu
50-50,
atau
but
Arlot,
you have that
Farisha.
Fredrin.
Antara
There's a
dua
combo
lah
there.
kalau dia mau ambil.
You can basically make Lancelot at home.
Sebab
Infinite
dorang sudah ada
vengeance.
fighter Povius sama si Queenie.
Team Malaysia, one more
Cici.
pick.
Match dorang pun dah
They
ada
can just say, you know
Team
what,
Malaysia
Malaysia,
ni.
you've proved yourself. If you want the Arlet, let's pick
Nah,
it.
kan
There
dia
it
ambil
is.
Arlet. Antara
Her
dua itu,
signature,
bukan Arlet apa
her
lang.
multi-time MVP coming through. Let's see what
Dapat
sticks.
satu
Again, the way
assassin,
she plays
satu
this,
fighter,
the Arlet acts as a
dua
secondary
fighter,
core.
satu
So
marksman,
the
satu
lack
tank.
of damage isn't really a problem. There's the Kimi,
Kalau
there's the
Philippines,
CC,
satu
and
marksman,
it's all up to Afrina and Aliyah to hold the front
Satu
line.
assassin, satu fighter,
This is the
satu
kind of
match,
draft
satu tank.
worthy of a game
Malaysia
of
dah match
7
dorang guys.
for Team Malaysia as well as Team Philippines. They got
Penentuan,
all
guys.
the picks that they have
Guys,
known for
sengit ni
picks.
Filipina
They really
Malaysia
have
ni, guys.
won the multiple games all throughout the SEA Games. We went from a best of 7
Pusingan
to a best
penentuan,
of
pusingan
1.
akhir.
One more game separating
One more
Malaysia and
game.
Team Philippines
Come
between
on, Malaysia.
gold and a silver. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you cheer for both teams because this is going to be the final one for the female
Come on.
division here in the SEA
Final.
Games.
Final round.
No
Please lah
turning
Malaysia,
back.
aku harap lah dorang menang
We've
dari
gone
sini.
all the way. Dangerous grass is where we started.
Sebab si Anis
Dangerous
dia
grass
masih
is
pakai
where
Kimi,
we'll
guys.
end.
Kalau si Anis
Looking
pakai
at the
Kimi aku tak
rotations
risau
here,
guys.
Team Philippines similar to
Si
their
Farisha pun dia pakai
aggression in
Arnold pun
game number 6.
Okay ya ba?
With that kind of lineup, in game number 5, they go ahead and push back Aliyah and Hanis.
Boleh ni
Athena
Malaysia.
still able to secure
Yang
her
penting
bubble.
Alpuerto tu.
Vivero tries to move forward, but
Dorang mau
Aliyah
jaga
stops
tu,
that.
Lancelotnya tu.
And now the contest for the Little Wanderer. Alpuerto on his Lancelot should have a pretty big advantage and able to secure it for herself. So small wins for now, but it will add up, especially later on in the turtle fight.
Aliyah
Diagon
gets a lot of
yang
damage
pakai
on her.
tank. Dangam si
Vivero
Diagon.
heaping up the
Pokoknya
pressure.
si
Passive pop
yang
on
pakai
that
ano
Khalid.
tu Vivero bang.
EXP lane. I think this is the best we can
Diagon
expect from
agrasan
Team
dah seberapa
Philippines.
dia tu?
Given that Farisha is a known monster on this Arlet, if at least
Alpuerto
Diagon
dia
can
nak
keep her
pakai
honest,
tank sudah dia pakai assassin terus.
at least we can
dari
expect
pusingan
that
ke-6.
only team fights will really
Sekarang pun
change
dia
the
pakai
pace of that
assassin yuk.
lane matchup.
We can see down the goal lane, Cordova is trying to freeze the wave, making it so that
Kita
Queenie
tengok guys si
will have a
Alpuerto
difficult
dia boleh
time
carry
securing the last hits. And all the while, the EXP again is just trading upon trading. Queenie looks like able to secure her minions so
Sakit
far.
ba dia punya
Aliyah now
assassin?
with the rapid boots should be able to move around the map very, very fast. The turtle is about to spawn. It looks like for both Afrina as well as Alpuerto
Tapi tak apalah
has
guys,
level
tadi
4.
tim Malaysia dia sudah menang
Looking
guys.
at draft, it could be even, but
Kalau Malaysia
all
menang di
throughout
sini,
this best of 7,
pokoknya Pingat
a big
Emas.
team fight win can really skew the favor to either team.
I don't know the
Sekarang sama
exact
skor dorang ni,
stats on
3-3
Turtles,
ni.
but usually whoever starts with the momentum goes through the game with much smoother
Itu Alpuerto tu mau curi
Pace.
turtle dia tu.
progressing towards a winning image.
Licik
Team
tu.
Philippines already has their mid laners level 4. Traction pulse thrown
Mati,
out.
Syabas
Diagon
sudah.
flickers
Diagon
through.
tu hampir first
Lord,
blood.
rather, Turtle gets soft reset. Alpuerto, Phantom Execution out. Farisha
Mati,
able
Vivero.
to pressure Alpuerto
Habis tu
out
Vivero.
of that pit. Afrina
Bunuh
gonna
Vivero
secure
tu.
real world manipulation.
Bagus.
Still it's Vivero who
Afrina
falls.
sudah ambil
Aliyah
turtle bagus.
pulling back, making the
Mati
rest
kan
of Team
Vivero.
Malaysia safe on the exit. That was all for them.
Farisha is doing an amazing job, but look
Si
at this.
Alpuerto
Team
tu
Malaysia, they're
berani-berani
continuing through.
dia.
They force out Alpuerto out of the jungle, slowing down her farm. Afrina is taking it away. And now Aliyah is trying to push Vivero back. Afrina goes back in. Now, they might want to go for a kill here
Berani
onto
sekali
Vivero.
ni.
4 members of Team Malaysia
Matilah kau.
tries to stop her. Honey is trying to get a kill.
Easy kau.
But looks like Team
Sikit.
Malaysia, they will just opt
Hampir
to
kau
get this
mati.
orange buff.
Oh no. Team Philippines,
Oh,
Amores
Lancelot
and
farming
Vivero
sudah
know that Alpuerto's buff got stolen away. There's nothing she can do about that. So it's clear. In the jungle, in mid, and in the EXP lane, Team Malaysia are calling the shots. How about the gold lane? Is this something that Team Philippines can look at and say, maybe we can make this work?
Eventually, yes, this Harif
Uy,
is very, very
Farisha dia mau
strong.
lawan
But you do have to be
Uranus,
careful of Farisha there. You got to time your purify the moment you see the final slash, which is going to be very
Si
difficult in
Alpuerto dia mau kasi naik dia punya
a
level tu.
big
Dia mau
team
farming
fight
terus.
where a lot of explosions
Supaya
is
dia nanti di belakang
happening.
kalau macam late game
But
dia
yeah,
boleh
Team
carry
Malaysia,
tim.
they have an
Kalau
early
macam tadi,
lead, but they're not
lambat dia farming.
overextending
Itulah
too
tak
much.
boleh
They
dia carry.
understand what a big mistake can look
Padahal
like,
tadi
and they don't
pusingan
want to
ke-6
risk
dia
it.
sudah curi lot tu.
Team
Tadi
Philippines
kalah sudah dia.
focusing on getting farm back on to Alpuerto. there's a small level gap between that Fredrin and the Lancelot, and that's what they're trying to repair. Same spot is where the turtle will spawn up a quarter. Queenie very low. Vivero jumps in. The bench is not going to save her.
Vivero
That's a
di
kill for
bunuh
Team
si
Philippines.
Queenie.
Good
Gila niya.
rotations coming in from the team Philippines,
Uy.
understanding that Queenie will be on an island. Not a lot of
Oh,
backup
memang
will
lah,
be
dia
coming
di-backup
through
oleh
from
Syahrid.
Team Malaysia, especially
Kalau tak ada
considering that the
Syahrid tadi,
turtle
mati
is
dia.
about to spawn. So now the last time we did this dance, with this tango, Parisha was
Jaga
all
Alpuerto
over
tu. Si pencuri
Alpuerto.
turtle tu.
Probably going to do the same. I wonder how Team Philippines will respond this time against Parisha.
Jaga
Diagon looking to put
Alpuerto tu.
stacks onto the front line of Team Malaysia. Real world manipulation starting it up. Farisha
Dude,
not letting it go. Inside the
Dia
pit,
mau bunuh
Alpuerto
Lot
holds
sudah.
on.
Yes.
The Brazers wrap,
Sabrina,
plus
yes.
retribution, able to secure the low
Sempat
turtle.
kau
Second,
Alpuerto,
one for Team Malaysia.
Mati kau
Down
kan
goes
dia.
Alpuerto, Amores as well.
Mati, Vivero pun
Cordova looking to
mati.
save the situation
Wipe
here,
out
but
talaga
gets
mo
knocked
ni.
up. Might
Wipe
get taken
out.
out here by
Mati.
Hanis.
Ala, siya Leo
Diagon puts stacks on Aliyah. That's a 1-for-3
Awesome.
trade, but a consolation prize for Team Philippines.
Cordova
Parisha again having an MVP performance, pushing out
mau
Team
curi
Philippines and now
turtle tadi,
Malaysia.
guys. Tak boleh.
Afrina on this Fredrin will try to secure this purple
Mati
buff.
kau kan.
It looks like is
Boleh ni,
able
guys.
to
Malaysia menang
without
ni, guys.
that
Boleh ni, boleh ni.
retribution.
Jangan
Ani's gonna get
Philippine epic
3
comeback, guys.
minions here up top. All the while
Kalau
Parisha
Philippine
is
boleh
gonna clear
comeback.
mid.
Aku risau yang
The
si
total score
Alpuerto
is
je.
similar to the
Kalau
steal
Philippine
score of
sekarang.
Team
Saya Perez,
Malaysia.
dia
2
keluar
buffs
sudah.
taken away from Alpuerto. 1 purple, 1 orange, and not a single major objective over for Team Philippines. 2,000 gold under 6 minutes. That's huge.
That is huge. And another big one is that Alpuerto is level 7 and Afrina
padahal
is
Malaysia
level
bukan ada
8,
pakai
a
match.
rare sight.
Dorang pakai assassin,
Considering
marksman
in this
sama
current
tank
meta
je.
before, sure, you can think of the Fredrin always pressuring out the jungle, making it so that it's difficult for any assassins to
Anis
really
ni
farm
jaga
up. But
Anis.
after a few changes,
Nanti kau
the
diincar terus kalau
assassins
si
has that
Alpuerto.
advantage back, but not now. Afrina is level 9 to Alpuerto's level 8. Cordova gets caught by the traction poles, and now Queenie as well as Hines putting on the pressure, a
Sempat
lot of
dia lari.
damage, but Cordova is
Awesome.
able to get out. The hold on, looks like Vivero gets onto 2, tries to get a kill onto Anis,
Anis.
but look at that tech charge
Bagus, Anis.
from Aliyah,
Ah.
making it so they're able to
Si
get one, but
Alpuerto memang
Alpuerto
dia incar
secures
marksman ba?
Anis, so still
Kurang
Team
asam ba si
Philippines got what they
Alpuerto ni,
want.
eh?
1 for 1.
Padahal tadi si Anis dia
And if you'll
belakang-belakang sudah,
consider
tapi
that's
dia
a winning
diincar terus.
trade for Team Philippines, but the damage has already been done. Team
Kalau si
Malaysia are
Anis tu
taking
dia
permanent
macam dia belum mati
objectives
dek tu,
from the map.
boleh double
Cordova
kill
drops
tu.
Zaman Force to stop Afrina from pushing on
Sakit tu
forward.
Kimi tu.
I think there is still time
Yes,
that Zaman
Paris,
Force should not come
sama-sama.
off of cooldown once a turtle spawns. Lower quarter, the final one.
The turtle has been started by Team Malaysia with 2,000 gold lead here. Diagon is moving forward, trying to get the Ionic Edge onto the majority of Team
Nah,
Malaysia.
mencuri lot lagi si
Alpuerto
Diagon.
is there. A contest is possible.
Ah,
Looks like
tak
Afrina
boleh.
is going to secure it.
Kau sendiri je, apa kau boleh
goes
buat?
for the safe engage.
Alamak, si
Parisha
Parisha kena
1v3
keroyok, guys.
flickers. Alpine
Aduh,
slash.
aduh.
Vengeance is in.
Aduh,
Tries
aduh,
to get
aduh,
a kill before she gets taken down, but unable to. Parisha is out, and now Team
Susah,
Malaysia
nak anu
tries
balik,
to
nak
get
keroyok
the mid
Dia ada
as well as
backup
the
dia.
orange buff here. Aliyah just trying to slow things down. Team Malaysia though still secures that mid
Pecah
turret.
sudah.
That's literally
Turretnya di atas.
3v1, and Farisha makes Team Philippines work for that gank. Still keeping it close, about 2,000 gold. Team Philippines are able to score a little bit on the map.
Kalau
But the
macam ada backup
same
si
story
Parisha tadi tu, dia boleh lari.
continues. We read
Tapi dia
another
sendiri
chapter
kan,
in Team
susah
Malaysia's
dia.
dominance going into the mid game. They're keeping this lead, and Afrina seems to be unstoppable. Afrina, as much as we like to think she is an assassin main, she's grown to flourish in the situation that Team Philippines put her in.
And now Queenie is just trying to push out, making sure that Cordova doesn't have free farm here. Same up top, but
Ooh.
engaged down bottom. Final slash
mati.
hits onto Vivero. Queenie still dealing damage against Cordova, even though it's inside
Mati
that Zaman
Vivero,
force.
mati
Vivero
Vivero.
tries to flicker away. The damage is not
Mati
enough
kau
yet.
kan.
Team Malaysia secures the next kill.
Tengok kalau si
Team
Parisha
Malaysia's
kalau ada
lineup
backup
is just
dia,
way too
dia boleh
sustainable.
kill tu.
If Team Philippines tries to punch and go pound for pound, bout for bout, they just won't get
Oh,
there
gila
unless
Charlie ni,
they're at
pemberani,
critical mass, unless they're fully built on their kit, which they're far from. It's again just 9 minutes
Yang
in.
selalu backup si
Malaysia still
Aliyah
has a
ni kan
3K
si Hanis
gold
ya.
lead.
Ooh, look at
Si
Ahmad.
Anis
Look at
sama si
Ahmad.
Afi.
Parisha secures a kill.
Si Parisha gila nya dia.
Queenie and Parisha are a duo death squad at this point.
Berani gila.
Cannot deal with them. Tech
Jaga
charges
tank.
out of there. Aaliyah denies the kill from Diagon.
That was Cordova's first death, but why does it feel so painful? Why does it feel like that's a death knell? The Team Philippines'
Farming
efforts to
lagi,
try and clap back
Lancelot di bawah.
and come back into this game.
Farming di jungle
The
lagi dah.
Lord. Malaysia started up.
Astaga si Queenie.
Looks like Vivero
Kenapa
gets
dia mau
onto Queenie.
diincar?
Queenie takes a lot of damage. Afrina goes forward. They want Vivero. And now with the traction post,
Mati
secures the
Vivero,
kill.
bagus.
Queenie gets the killing spree.
Khalid tak ada
Team
function,
Malaysia
guys.
try to push it out.
Khalid
All the while, El
Tak
Puerto
ada- no
pushing the
function
minions
dari
in mid.
Diagon
Kuti
is Farisha Honor. This Arlot is a real threat. This Arlot feels like a core. Queenie grabs herself that sea halberd, dealing a lot of damage, pushing
Sudah
that
si
tier 1
Queenie
up
push
top.
turret sudah dah.
Given the kind of lineup that they have, Team Malaysia,
Syarit
you know,
di
they can't
bawah pun
exactly
mau
burst
si
down the
Cordova
Lord,
pun dia mau
but
push turret dorang
it's a
di
slow
bawah dia.
kind of death that they're putting Team Philippines through. This
Turret,
is
si Harit.
excruciating, the pace that they're going through. Diagon picks up that brute force breastplate. All she can do is watch. Cordova pushes that tier
Mati
1 down
Amores,
bottom. Real
Mati Amores.
revelation. Farisha able
Bagus.
to jump in.
Vivero lagi,
Vivero
Vivero
barely
lagi.
alive. Down goes
Mati. Hai,
Amores. She got a few
Kerasam
swipes,
dia.
but it's too little too late. Alpuerto puncturing on through. Tier 2 push down bottom by Cordova. She needs to go ahead and help her teammates.
Yeah, Cordova tries to get as much as she can,
Kemanan.
able to get to
Marksman-nya
the turtle.
pergi push
Sorry, the
turret,
Lord has
tak
spawned
ditolong
and
member
pushing
ya.
down bot. Team Malaysia here trying to force the
kerasnya
front line of
Uranus
Team Philippines away. And now the tier 2 up top is
Sudah.
next on the board for
Pokoknya
Team
si Queenie
Malaysia.
dia push turret
Now
atas,
pressuring
si
mid,
Farisha
Afrina,
dari bawah dia
Anies,
jaga
as well
lot.
as Aaliyah is here. The mid trio of Team Malaysia wants to make sure to get this
Pecah
tier
lagi turret
2.
tengah.
Even
Pokoknya
Alpuerto can't
kena
step to Queenie. Queenie
kena
that
serangan tiga
was
penjuru
previously
orang
getting
ni kali.
bullied by Alpuerto and Cordova now are just bullying
Alpuerto,
all who
dia
face
dia
them.
tunggu-tunggu.
Flicker by Hanis.
Dia mau inti Max Min
Reposition
tak dia
herself
ni?
down to the bottom. Lord crashing in, pops that holy
Pecah.
shield.
Yeah,
Mid lane,
pecah
holy
turret.
shield popped as well.
Pecah lagi
Team
turret.
Philippines holding on for dear life. In comes Vivero. Real manipulation. Farisha gets some stats on her. Farisha jumps onto Cordova. Cordova drops the Zaman Force. Coming through, Synchro Fission. Chrono Dash through. It seems like there's nothing that she's doing to Team Malaysia.
The damage
Uy,
is
pecah
not
turretnya.
enough just yet.
Gila.
There's no
Di
holy
tengah tu sikit
crystal.
lagi.
She has 2 overcore items. And now as the
Hati-hati
mid
Puerto
lane
tu. Farming
goes
lagi.
in,
Kau nak tengok
Team
dah
Malaysia
timmu di bawah
wants to
ni.
get this turret and
Pecah
they
turret
are
dari tengah
able
tu,
to.
Sial Puerto.
One is down. Final slash history. Arena goes in. Now Team Malaysia, they're pushing Team Philippines away. Good final slash. But looks like the appraiser's
Boleh-bolehnya
wrath
si Alpuerto
does not
dia
hit the
pergi
target.
farming. Kawannya setengah
Team
mati
Philippines
sudah di base.
have another chance to defend. Mid lane inhibitor has fallen. Permanent damage through mid.
Aduh Farisha, lari
So they have their
Farisha.
side lanes to rely on.
Jaga kau.
Fortunately, mid lane is one of the easier lanes to defend. But looking at their lineup, that's easier said than done. They have to manually punch every single minion
Come on
and
Malaysia,
run
sikit
through
lagi
the
tu.
jungle
Boleh sudah
with
tu.
the fear of a
Bolong
random
sudah tengahnya
CC or an Arlot hiding in the brushes. This is a tough spot to be in for Team Philippines.
Alpuerto je
Amoris
ni,
does
dia punya
have
penggerak
that
ni.
divine glade.
Dia
Next
lihat.
item might be that wishing
Mengolok lagi
lantern.
pada pasang
Team
emoji
Malaysia, they
ketawa
might
tu.
want to just wait for this Lord, because to punch in against an Eve, you might need just a little bit more help. But the more time you give to Team Philippines, the threat of the Holy Crystal from the Harif is gonna be there. So
wonder-
Team Malaysia, they're just weighing in their options.
I wonder how far we are from that. If it'll come in within the next 20 seconds. If that'll be in contestation range for Team Philippines. They sent Queenie over to threaten that split lane, the long lane, before the dance begins. Cordova will get her Purify off. Alpuerto still dreaming of even tasting her purple.
Oh,
Team
hidup
Philippines
sudah
down by
lot.
6,000 gold. They feel like worlds apart.
The Lord has been started up, and Alpuerto wants to contest this, but Farisha is hunting her down. Lord being pulled. Aaliyah now has the leash on it. Team Philippines, look at Vivero and Diagon.
Aduh.
They're looking for an angle. They're looking for an angle to engage Afrina. The Lord, one more, and
Siapa
look
yang
at that
dapat
tech
Lord?
charge,
Siapa yang dapat
able
Lord?
to get one.
Yes,
Hannes
yes,
secures the
yes.
Lord. Farisha gets
Yes.
onto Vivero. Zaman
Bagus,
Force is
Hannes.
there. The
Dia dapat-
damage
dia dapat
is
ambil
not
Lord,
gonna
yes,
be
tak boleh
enough.
mencuri Lord.
Diago gets pushed through. Farisha gets the kill
Farisha
onto
dapat
Cordova.
kill.
3
Bagus.
members of Team Philippines is down.
Boleh
4
menang Malaysia ni,
is
guys.
down.
Menang Malaysia.
Team Malaysia with the Lord.
Bye-bye,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bye-bye.
remember this moment as the ladies in
Bagi
black
Emas
and orange
Malaysia.
makes history against all odds, against their fierce rivals from Team Philippines, securing the gold medal.
Akhirnya menang Malaysia guys. Akhirnya begitulah guys. Menang tim Malaysia guys. Pingat emas. Dorang berjaya menewaskan tim skuad wanita Filipina guys di grand final. Jadi sekarang pertandingan e-sport Malaysia dah dapat pingat perak. Tim lelaki, tim pro wanita Malaysia dapat pingat emas guys. Gila Farisha sama si Afrina tuh. Jagoan tuh, apalagi si Anis. Oke guys, cukup sampai sini saja terlebih dahulu. Aku jauh dulu guys. Bye bye. Happy sudah guys menang Malaysia.